Alright guys, here it is, the NES Pi that I was talking about in the last two videos that I've made. Very proud of this thing. It was a school project for the end of the school year last year. A lot of people loved it. There was some pretty cool creations that some of my friends did, and this was a quite popular piece that I did and put, I believe, $58 into it. A lot of the things came off of it free. I'll get into that. Basically what it is, just a quick to sum it up, is it's a retro game emulator using the Retro Pi project, which is an operating system that you can install on the Raspberry Pi. And the Raspberry Pi that I have in here is the Model B version. So I'll get some better lighting in there in a second. Let me see if I can tilt this back with the light getting. Alright, cool. I probably won't be able to do some stuff. I'm going to plan on doing more things with the Raspberry Pi though. Love this thing. And basically what this is the power brick for the monitor. Since this is a LCD screen, I'm not sure LCD or plasma, I'll look into that, but it's a screen that you would mount on a back of a car seat pretty much. And I have the other one for this that has the DVD player, but this is basically the extra one. What you do is plug this in and they go between the two car seats for when me and my sister went on road trips when we were kids. So I mounted this onto here with Velcro so it comes off. I plan on doing maybe a mount thing that I'll be able to rotate it up and down. That would look cool. This is just wood burned in here. Not too much of a fan of putting the hashtag in front of it. That's going to bug me. But still turned out nice. I didn't do that good of a wood burning job. It was kind of a, like I said, quick project for school. The wooden box could have also been better, but stained it. Everything turned out quite nice. Some reason this wood down here in the corner didn't stain that well, but stain job turned out more than well enough, and I think it turned out better than what I even planned on it being. So I'll plug this thing in here right now. This is just a keyboard plugged into it, generic keyboard. That's basically what I have to do. Nope, that's not a Pepsi sponsor. Plug it in here, and the screen will come on. Basically, I can put this upright too, but I'll just leave it like this for the purpose of the video. See if it's all set up right now. Let me make sure, because I might have taken something out. Nope, everything. Alright, so I believe I didn't plug this in. Let me get that cord really quickly, so I'll be right back. Alright, got the new power brick, so let's plug this thing in here. 1 second, let me set the camera down. There, you can look at the wood right now. Quickly plug it in. Alright, everything's working. Fire up, start booting into the operating system. Turn that light off. Focus in on there. You're able to change the splash screens on these. If you guys have worked with the Raspberry Pi or know the Raspberry Pi project, you'll know what I'm talking about. Basically, like I said, it's an operating system that basically allows you to put any game console ROMs. And before I get going farther, the ROMs, all the ROMs and games that I put on here, I own the actual physical game copies to them, so these aren't just downloaded torrents and stuff like that. I legitimately own the copies of the games. So right off the bat, it boots into here. You can turn the FPS counter off. Right now it's going between 59 and 60 FPS. Got Apple II, Emulator, Cave Story. These games were the ones that were originally installed on it. Right here I got Super Mario Bros, Super Mario Bros 3, sorry I can't focus on it better, it's kind of a dark font. N64, I got Mario Kart 64, Zelda Link to the Past for the Super Nintendo, Super Mario World. This is the input config, so basically that's all I have on here. If I wanted to, I could put Atari 2600 and stuff like that, games on here. And the oldest, or the newest system that it can go up to is the N64 and the PlayStation 1. So the N64 is pretty much maxing this out, and since it is a Raspberry Pi, the specs of it actually are higher than I believe the PlayStation, the original PlayStation stuff specs by quite a lot though, so don't expect playing PS2 or GameCube games or Xbox, original Xbox games on here. So with, I believe the Model B version has 512 megabytes of RAM and a 700 megahertz processor. I'm not quite sure, but so it's not in gigahertz though. I'm not quite sure, but you can overclock it to about 1 gigahertz. So basically, I'll just go into a quick game right now. I might just fire up Super Mario World. It makes noise here. I can turn that down, but I'll show you guys the Super Mario Kart 64 because there is a problem that I'm dealing with it right now. But yep, that's pretty much what it is. It fires up. Controls are all over the place with the keyboard, but that's I got right now until I could get a USB controller. Under the world, works more than well enough. The screen looks really nice for a 2005 car laptop or car screen. Sorry about that. But pretty much that's what it is. You press escape to go back into the menu and you can go through all the games. So let me show you guys what the problem is with the N64 emulator. So basically I think there's something that I have to go into the settings and make it so it's giving it the Raspberry Pi is not letting it use up all the amount of RAM and stuff that's in here. So what it's doing is it lags a little bit at first. So you guys might be able to see that. Not really in this part. It doesn't seem to appear to be lagging right now. But there's parts in the intro. But once you get into the actual race, I'm going to turn that down. It doesn't seem to lag. The audio is a little weird though. But like I said, there's some settings in there that I'm able to go into and change. So let's just go in here really quickly. Love this thing a lot. One of my first big main electronic projects besides working with the computers. This was kind of a fun thing to do. Always wanted to get a Raspberry Pi and that was the excuse to get it. So let's see. Again, if you guys have any recommendations on what I could do with this or to make it better, make sure to let me know in the comments. So like you can see here, look, it is laggy at first, but once it gets into the actual race it doesn't lag that much. So let me see if I can do this. I have to use the arrow keys, but at least I can go forward for a few seconds. I believe it's control to go forward. Yeah. I won't be able to control here, but yeah, it doesn't lag after a while. Like right now it's not lagging. So there's some settings in there I'm going to be able to change, make it run better, pretty much stuff like that. I'm going to try and make it easier too to remove the Raspberry Pi so I'm able to use it in some other things because I kind of want to do a media center with it. But for the meantime, I'm going to leave it in here. Proud of this thing. Again guys, if you want to see some more in-depth video with this or kind of showing you guys how I made it, make sure to let me know in the comments, and also leave some feedback on how I can make this channel better, what you guys want to see, anything, reviews and stuff like that. Make sure to let me know. So again, thanks for watching. There'll be more videos in the future, and make sure to subscribe.